Good afternoon, Cancer ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do is to go on and just give you your ex-lover's romantic reading, just to share with you the feelings that I'm kind of gaining here in this reading uh, on how your ex is feeling towards you, as well as to share with you how you're presently feeling towards your ex. Okay. Now I've decided to use my zombie tarot deck as I already illustrated and shuffled, as well as a variety of other oracle cards to just give you further insights into your situation. Okay, so I'm going to definitely point out the signs that I'm seeing showing here, and if it resonates as we go through it, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And for some of you who have yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay, so I'm going to get started first by just pointing out a few general things that I'm kind of seeing here, just looking at your the tarot cards here. Okay. Now you have a predominance there basically of major arcana cards and cups, so that would suggest to me that destiny seems to be at play here as it relates to your situation, and is you're just having major romantic, type issues here. Okay. But keep in mind that there is a tendency of maybe overindulging yourself when you're having such a predominance here of these cups here. Okay. I'm also seeing here that you have two sixes here showing in your reading. So that suggests that there's a lot of irritability and agitation and bitterness that pervade your situation here. You also have two fours showing there. Okay. And that shows some type of a stalemated type situation. Okay. I also see two nines here that's in here in your reading. So that shows or represents prosperity and some form of contentment. Possibly for some of you, a change of residence, or maybe some of you may be even contemplating doing so. I'm also seeing some type of a small gain or a minor business type contract that will avail itself to you guys, okay? I do really feel that because you have the Emperor here in the Six of Cups, this relationship still has potential, ladies and gentlemen, if you would want it to have it, okay? But I am feeling, though, that, just looking at some of the Emperor and the Devil there, both of you appear to be very overbearing or, power driven in some way, you know? I'm also feeling too, in a sense, that this X might even, in fact, be a rebounder of some sort. He or she might haven't really gotten over his or her relationship. I'm kind of getting here, you know, and I'm kind of feeling a sense too that infidelity has been really playing a major role in your situation, which is why again you had that predominance of majors and cups here. I'm seeing that you might even be dating someone who might even already be married or committed in some way. You know, I'm just gaining that one of you appears to be very immature or irresponsible in some sense that I'm gaining here. You know, and I feel that this situation, it can be salvageable if you want to, but there's a chance for it to be in jeopardy. But I'm kind of feeling that many of you are dealing with multiple people, so you have to kind of make a decision here because I'm seeing some form of separation that may occur, and it may occur with some of the people that you're dealing with once you make your decision. Okay, because I'm seeing here one of you appear to be wondering whether the other has perhaps lost interest in some sense too. You know, I'm also seeing, some type of treatment or something that some of you may have been doing in the hospital. Okay. And I'm just feeling a lot of dysfunctional communication, or even, in fact, for some of you, major travel delays in some sense, or, even clinical institutions, or some type of, I'm feeling something connected with long term illness or some type of heavy drug usage. I'm kind of getting here as well. Okay. I'm also feeling a sense that there has been a lot of sexual problems. It looks like one lover appears to be a bit naive than the other, I'm also seeing something strongly connected I'm getting here with water. Okay. And some of you might even too, you have this emperor and you have also this knight here. And it kind of shows here that someone might in fact be learning a language or learning a new language I'm kind of getting here. Okay. And I'm also feeling a lot of devious type sexual type behavior, you know. And it seems that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm feeling that things that may have happened in the past may have kind of caused some disillusionment for you guys, you know. And it looks like one of you seems to live as if you're like a miser in some sense. You maybe a bit stingy. You tend to hold on to what you have and you don't like change, you know. But I am, in fact, seeing some type of separation that is going to occur between you and perhaps one of these lovers that you may be dealing with here. So, okay, let's see if why these observations might kind of pan through. But prior to actually getting into deeply into your reading, let's look at these romance cards here. So it certainly shows here that despite what you may have been going through and the difficulties, as I've already presented to you, that you're having major romantic issues, the romance angels are asking you to try to give your relationship a chance. And in doing so, ladies and gentlemen, you have to let go of control issues because they may be impeding the flow of your relationship because this a person appears to be a true love for you guys, you know? And it's a soulmate that I'm kind of getting. And it's an individual that you've been kind of wishing or hoping to kind of reconnect, I'm kind of getting. But once you let go of these control issues, you need to express your love. Perhaps go on and make a romantic gesture because this ex is just as equally attracted to you as you are to him or her. And perhaps maybe you might need to kind of decide to kind of get away and go on a romantic vacation or take a romantic interlude in some way to kind of reignite that passion that the two of you once shared. Okay, so let's get more so into your reading to see why the romance angels are pretty much directing you to do this. Okay, so we have what fell to the bottom here. We have the Empress. So with the Empress, it connects with Venus. Okay, and it denotes earth signs: Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So this card is all about compassion and comforting and really nurturing and healing as well as sexual passion, ladies and gentlemen. So I feel that you're going to feel as if something with this card major is somewhat missing from your life, and I feel that many of you are not really happy with your romantic situation thus far, particularly with this ex. But I feel that you may have met someone new, or someone new is going to kind of crop up for you, you know. And I feel that some of you might even be considering, you know, with that card in particularly starting a family or having a child, you know, because I think this new person that you met or you will meet, they will in fact give you a chance to kind of grow here, you know. So certainly this new person might even appear to be more of a soulmate type quality type person to you and it's a true love. And of course, if you're in the beginning stages, this honeymoon would suggest that you two may need to go out and do something. And you might need to let go of the ex, okay? But again, it will be your decision to decide, so it could go vice versa here, okay? But I see you really making an emotional connection, I'm kind of feeling, if some of you haven't already done so, particularly prior to the ending of this month here. So, and of course, we're about to end this month, but you're probably already in the process of doing so, okay? I'm going to be putting up other readings for you guys, okay? So let's look at the past here. We have the Two of Cups. With the past here, Venus, with this connects again with Venus, and it connects with water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But with this card, Venus is in Cancer. So this card is definitely all about a new romance, passion, cooperation, as well as attraction. So many of you, because this is in the past, you kind of wanted to be with your ex because you were very, very attracted to him or her. But I feel that your feelings was a bit suspended, and it seemed a bit split between the ex and perhaps someone new that you may have met, or perhaps um, someone that you were already dating or seeing in some way. Okay, so let's move right along and just look and see, okay, where you are when it comes to your present here. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so with the Seven of Cups, once again, it connects with Venus. Water signs. Venus is in Scorpio. Okay, so this card is all about deceit and wishful thinking and all about lying to yourself and having all these types of delusions. So your focus is a bit scattered and there is a lack of focus. Okay, and I feel that you are trying to kind of really sort out your feelings, and some of you might have extremely too many options available to you romantically, and you are unsure whom you should pick. I'm feeling, and it appears to be a very tough decision. Remember, you have a predominance of major decision, okay, which kind of leaves you, ladies and gentlemen, feeling a bit stuck. So because you have all of those cups there, it's telling you really to trust in your intuition, okay, in order to make the best informed decision. So now let's turn our attention to just see how this X really feels for you, and okay. We have the Nine of Swords. So with the Nine of Swords, Mars governs this card, and Mars is in Gemini, and it connects with air signs. Okay, um, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So your ex feels that you are a bit pessimistic. You are in despair. You are perhaps even having sleepless nights. And ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind the energy can go vice versa. So you could just as easily be feeling this way about your ex. Your ex feels that you're stressed, perhaps even guilty, feeling a sense of hopelessness, which I feel that this is certainly a vice versa type feeling here, miserable as well as doubtful. Okay? And then you have that Knight of Wands there that connects with fire signs, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So the ex sees you as being very argumentative. It's being very competitive, ladies and gentlemen. And someone that has a very fiery type temperament, okay? Someone that's always so impatient and cocky, makes hasty decisions and very ambitious about things. Even, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, a Casanova or a Jezebel type, always on the go and just, very sexual, okay? So now let's turn our attention to your feelings about your ex, how you're feeling. And again, it can be vice versa. We have the Three of Swords there. So with the Three of Swords, Saturn governs this card and connects with Libra, okay? And of course, Aquarius as well as Gemini. So what we see here is that you feel the ex is a bit neurotic, narcissistic, a very difficult person to kind of deal with, someone that's very, perhaps even grieving, someone that's irritable, confused, as someone perhaps still caught up in a triangulated type situation from which you want to, extricate yourself, you know? And again, it can be vice versa, ladies and gentlemen, so keep that in mind, okay? And then next, we have the moon. So with the moon, that connects with Pisces, okay? Water signs. So, you see the ex as being deceptive, secretive, even a bit intuitive, insincere, a liar, someone that's very mysterious as well as ignorant, okay? So now let's try to give you a bit more advice on what's not important in your situation. Kind of putting your focus on this or in this direction. Cancer is not going to get you what you will want. So it's best to heed the advice in this position. So what's not important? We have the Emperor that connects with an Aries, okay? So it's certainly not important for you right now to act like you have everything under control. Again, let go of control issues there. Or to kind of put too much effort, really in the situation, just let things flow. So what then is important, ladies and gentlemen? We have the Six of Cups. And with the Six of Cups, the sun is in Scorpio and it connects with water signs, okay? So it's certainly important for you to try to, ladies and gentlemen, recapture and be inspired by, really fond past memories, and remember what you kind of talked about in the past. express true love, ladies and gentlemen, you know? And don't be afraid of commitment if you guys have been afraid of, again, give your relationship a chance. So it could actually go in both ways with both the ex as well as a new person that you guys have met. So it kind of becomes your decision, ladies and gentlemen, what you basically decide here. So now let's look at what's hidden here. We have the devil. Now with the devil, that connects with a Capricorn. So what's hidden, because this is all about a form of bondage and domination. It's all about lust, restriction, and really refusal to kind of leave a bad situation. So I really don't see really your situation moving too much really with a new person. I'm kind of getting. I'm feeling that something is blocked. And it even might even in fact be blocked for you with this ex I'm kind of getting, because I'm seeing a very abusive, very obsessive type situation here. And to further emphasize something that might be blocked here, we have your next card as the likely outcome, the Four of Hazards. And with having that card, the sun governs that card, and the sun is in Capricorn. It's earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So many of you might not even, I'm feeling, even live one another. It could be an internet type relationship, or it seems to be geographical distance between the two of you. But I don't see a true connection, because many of you might decide to kind of remain with, like I said, with someone else. So if you connect, it would be superficial, or you're going to take a wait and see approach. I'm feeling that I'm kind of getting here, because that card is all about holding on to the status quo here. And I feel that there's a lot of insecurity present here. And someone appears to be a bit too selfish and can't open up. It might be a bit overly possessive. So you have to look at uh, your back door and see if it's actually referring to that it's you here. So let's give you a bit more part and advice here. And to understand too that whatever you decide, sometimes by just telling the person that you love them, those are very, very powerful words, ladies and gentlemen. And if you need help moving forward, ask for help, ladies and gentlemen, because ask yourself, what do you really need? And kind of be willing to accept support, and criticism that your friend offers you. But it might be just a time for you guys to kind of maybe step back from the situation, rest. And relaxation is definitely essential, because we all have a fundamental need to kind of take a break here with this card here. And to, while you're resting and recuperating, try to turn your hot light on. Reflect on a time when you really, really experienced the love that you're so seeking here, ladies and gentlemen. And always, at all costs, try to be very authentic with yourself and with those who care about you. Kind of be real and true to who, and ladies and gentlemen, how you're kind of really feeling, as it relates to your particular situation. And understand that karma is definitely on your side here. Understand that, you know and understand too that no two flowers are the same, ladies and gentlemen, yet all are still in fact beautiful in their own way here. you know so understand that comparisons tend to be very odious, because they presume all other things are equal, which is really never the case, ladies and gentlemen. And understand that, you know when you begin to kind of find love in people in places where you haven't really, ladies and gentlemen, found it really before, you know, it it's always because you're kind of grown. And that's what you guys doing. I know that this might be more of a heuristic type process for many of you to kind of be going through, but you got to ask yourself, ladies and gentlemen, what is it that I have learned from this situation? What am I taking away from this situation? You know? And aren't you more awakened? Okay, this is from the Archangel Gabriel, and he's a messenger of God. So this card is kind of telling you that despite whatever challenges, ladies and gentlemen, that you may have gone through with this ex, try to take the higher road. Try to be the better person. And I'm sure a lot of you are saying that you're tired of trying to be the better person, but in this situation, it's probably for your best to do so that I'm kind of getting here, you know, and be able to as well with wisdom here, ladies and gentlemen. This is from Dream Flight here. You're kind of being inspired a little bit more to stop being so pessimistic about, things that may have happened in your life, you know, and be a bit more positive, you know, and to express love, continue to express love. And then when you have sacredness, okay? And this card is kind of leading you to tell you really to don't take anything for granted, because at any point it can kind of be gone, you know? And you are being led to share with the sharing card here, okay? And it seems like a lot of you have been kind of caught up in your own box. And this card is telling you to get up out of your shell, and to kind of, you know, send love, send the joy that's necessary to kind of bring your situation more to a more so harmonious type state. And understand that sometimes when we cry, grief is certainly only, ladies and gentlemen, a reflection of the love that we really share with one another, you know? But sometimes most would rather love and grieve than to kind of have never experienced their loved one in this lifetime, you know? And hopes really kind of keeps suffering in check, you know? And understand that there is certainly hope for healing and more love, that I'm kind of seeing here than in grief, you know? And try to beware, ladies and gentlemen, of what you're kind of projecting, okay? Because the qualities that you certainly admire in one another, just as this card denotes, are qualities that you both possess. And equally so, ladies and gentlemen, the qualities that you don't like are also your own reflection. So keep that in mind. And understand that life is indeed a series of constantly shifting cycles, you know? When we really resist change, we resist the natural flow of life, and we kind of create this unnecessary stress that I'm feeling that you guys have been feeling. So again, as I've said from the onset, go with the flow, and you're going to be surprised at where it's going to be leading you, because you do certainly have a twin flame type relationship, and your passion is in fact is going to ignite. So in conclusion today, ladies and gentlemen, understand that now is certainly a favorable time for matters of the heart, and it is a time of inspiration and healing, and a relationship will in fact blossom, and your heartfelt aspirations will now manifest lovingly, I'm feeling, into reality, you know? So this is what I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Again, as this reading has offered you, I hope that this reading has offered you food for thought, and that you've taken the time to subscribe. Okay, be sure to send me over your comments, and if you like a more personal reading, please contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. Enjoy your day.